Good morning and Jai Hind students. I am Kanchan, your English teacher. This time I have taken the chapter The Last Leaf. So, The Last Leaf, there are three characters. Sue, who is an artist and who shares a small flat with her friend Johnsy. And Johnsy is also an artist and she is friend of Sue and she also shares her flat with Sue. So Bearman is here. Another character is a 60-year-old painter and neighbor of Sue and Johnsy. He saves the life of Johnsy. So this chapter tells us to be positive in our life and not to be negative in our attitude and approach. So the last leaf is a story about two artist friends, Sue and Johnsy, who live together. Once Johnsy falls ill and doesn't get well for a long time, then Sue comes to know that Johnsy is thinking that she would die when the last leaf from a creeper outside the window would fall. So this happened, and then she told about this to one of her neighbor, Bearman, who was a painter in this story, and he painted a leaf that was an artificial leaf, but it made Johnsy to be positive. So here LC questions are here. She talked about clothes and fashions, but Johnsy did not respond. Johnsy continued to lie still on her bed. She brought her drawing board into Johnsy's room and started painting. So questions are here. Why did Sue talk about clothes and fashion? So Sue talked about clothes and fashion because she wanted to divert attention of Johnsy because Johnsy was sick and ill and she was suffering of pneumonia and she was lying ill and she was feeling depressed. She wanted to distract her attention. She wanted to make her feel fresh and divert her attention as she was thinking about her illness always. Second question, why did Johnsy continue to lie still on her bed? Because she was sick, she was ill, and she was being negative, and also she was not well. Why did Sue bring her drawing board into Johnsy's room? Because she wanted to give her company and she wanted to involve her in the activities like watching and diverting her mind and to give her company. For that reason she had brought drawing board into Johnsy's room. Next is here, which value of Sue's character is revealed through these lines. Sue is very true friend and she is supportive and she did all the efforts to make her friend better and she had cared a lot as she was preparing eating materials and she was talking also, she was diverting her attention. She did all what a true friend can do. Next question, Sue hugged Johnsy, then she gave her lots of hot soup and a mirror. Johnsy combed her hair and smiled brightly. Why did Sue give her soup? Did Sue hug Johnsy? Why? So Sue gave her soup to make her better and also to recover because Sue was not eating for so many days and for that reason she was becoming weak. And she hugged Johnsy because Johnsy was feeling better and she was having positive attitude and she was very happy at that time looking at her friend being positive. What made Johnsy smile broadly? Johnsy smiled because she looked at the leaf that though it was not a real leaf, but she was getting that it was a real leaf because it was looking just like a real leaf. And then Johnsy was being positive and she was hopeful at that time. For that reason, she was smiling and she was feeling better. What was Johnsy suffering from? So you have options, you have to choose the option here. Now, what was Jhansi suffering? So, Jhansi was suffering from pneumonia. According to the doctors, what was the cure to her illness? According to the doctors, the cure to her illness was her own willingness to live. What kind of feeling did Jhansi have? So, Jhansi had here a like depression which a common teenagers feel. So this is here mention the reasons for depression in teenagers. So reasons for depression in teenagers is also peer pressure, poor performance in the exams, inability to live up to parents expectations. So all these will be the reasons. Who was Berman here? So Berman was a 60 years old painter, and he did a lot as he painted an artificial leaf, though it was not looking artificial, it was looking just like a real leaf. What was Berman's dream? So Berman's dream was to paint a masterpiece. Who was Jhansi? Jhansi was a young artist. Now, what misconception had Jhansi developed in her mind? So, Jhansi had developed in her mind that she would die with the fall of last leaf on the creeper. Next is here. What kind of teenagers never lost hope? So options are here. So here option A is the best option, is the correct option, and here who stay positive and face life's difficulties with a positive mind. Next is here, when was Berman able to make his dream true? So your answer will be when he painted the last leaf on ivy. So these are the questions of LC, and I have discussed with you. I hope you would have understood well. Thank you and Jai Hind.